Chris. Can we just talk like normal people?
I heard that Pavel was making a film about an adaptation of a novel, which actually wasn't a French novel, but a novel that was going on. The story happened in France, so I thought, Pavel Pawlikowski, I really want to work with him. And then I spoke to him, and he said, it's this book by Douglas Kennedy, and go and read The Woman in the Fifth. So I rushed out and bought it. And like the story, and the book is very much a thriller, but what Pavel was saying he wanted to do with it, make it in something much more mysterious and undefined, and really about fairly abstract, with sort of fairly abstract things going on. I mean, that's what drew me to it. I mean, the idea of working with Pavel on this particular, with a film about something that goes on in Paris, with this sort of strange world that Paris can sometimes be. I found that interesting.
I know you. I know you inside out.
It was magical. Just us.
You have a voice. I believe in you. Je rêvais de vous cette nuit. C'était comme si quelqu'un vous voulait faire du mal.
Forget your wife, forget your daughter. You needed a good disaster to get you started. Look at all the writers we love. They all had a price to pay.
I mean, I made it a mystery because actually the novel was a more straightforward thriller with murders and kind of more familiar. Yeah, it was kind of more kind of familiar mechanics. I mean, it was very good, but I wasn't, it wasn't like I was attracted to something that existed before. I wanted to make something that has its own kind of strange logic and poetry, and it is about stuff that interests me. About a man who's sort of lost between trying to be a father, a husband, trying to hold on to the love while trying to be an artist and not possibly being a great artist, and just failing at most things and descending into some kind of a beautiful disaster.
Où étiez-vous hier soir entre 17h et 20h?
J'étais chez mon ami.
This is the closest you'll ever come to love in your life.
This is just as I said. It's a sort of assemblage of different facets of a man's fantasy of a woman. She's a very erotic presence. She's a maternal presence. She's a critical presence. She's an inspiration. She's a muse. I want to be a muse. She's also a kind of terrible, castrating, negative pull for this man. So I mean, it was very kind of disconnected, all these things, but great fun doing them, because it's like sort of, it's not like an exercise, because that would be diminishing, but it was just exciting to be able to draw on my imagination and to follow Pavel's instructions and just be completely free of any idea of whether this is real, or whether this is likely, or whether this is psychologically feasible. All those things were completely unnecessary in playing this part, because it was such a kind of such a departure from character building.
Yeah, each scene was like a kind of musical number, and independent of each other. There were like 6 musical pieces in a way. There was,
yeah.
The whole film was sort of more musical than narrative in a way. It would be good if audiences kind of enjoyed that side of it more than just kind of saying, what's the story, how does it all add up? Just kind of go with it, listen to it, watch it, go with the rhythm of it. I mean, that was the kind of idea for making it, to make a film that's not entirely like the usual kind of narrative film, and it's got lots of elements thrown in, but it has its own kind of mainly musical shape, and if you just go into it and watch it properly, listen to it, fall in love with the actors, with the mood of each scene, you end up kind of getting drawn in, maybe. But if you are kind of speculating, what does it mean? Okay, that means this means this. God, then you won't get much joy out of it.
Votre fille a disparu.
Chloe? Chloe? What have you done with my daughter? I want my daughter back!
Stay here with me.
For how long?
Indefinitely.